This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi. And the flowers have come up a lot in the last couple of days with the parking meters coming up. And people are like, why couldn't they have taken the money with the flower pots that are causing so much trouble and almost $500,000 to upkeep?
You know, I don't know.
And put that money into the parking meters, or
I gotta
not
find out
lack of
whose
parking
responsibility that is, because I know it's the Downtown Improvement District that's talking about the flower plants,
Yeah,
not the city
I'm
commission.
sure it's the
so
logistics.
I don't know the logistics, but
Maybe if we wait long enough, they'll turn the parking meters into flower pots.
can't put any change in those.
Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Showers and thunderstorms. We had a few around yesterday. We'll probably have a few more around this afternoon. A mix of sun and clouds to start off the day. More sunshine than anything else. But then by afternoon, clouds roll in, as do the rain showers. We'll look for a daytime high that again tops out about like yesterday. Warm, coming in above average in the low to mid 90s, depending on where you're sitting. Daytime high temperatures will be accompanied by about a 30% chance of rainfall. We'll get it up to about a 20% chance by 2 p.m. And by about 4 p.m., probably topping it out about 30%. Forecast complete coming up in just a minute. Back to you guys.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways right now. Everything's moving along. Palmetto looking good. The bridges to Bradenton also moving along. And all the major arteries are as well in Manatee County. As you move down into Sarasota County, that too is having no issue at this point in the morning. No accidents or delays to worry about. And we'll keep you posted.
Well, topping our news this morning, the sprint towards Election Day continues, and the candidates are keeping a busy schedule.
Yeah, both appeared on a town hall style event last night where they were peppered with questions about lingering controversies, foreign policy plans, and America's military. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump sharing the stage in prime time, although never actually face-to-face. The two rivals taking questions from current and former military members during the Commander-in-Chief Forum on NBC. Clinton up first, responding to the email controversy.
It was a mistake to have a personal account. I would certainly not do it again.
Laying out her plans for how to defeat ISIS, pledging air support and training, but
we are not putting ground troops into Iraq ever again, and we're not putting ground troops into Syria.
And reminding America of her experience in government, promising that she has the steadiness and strength needed to lead.
I've had the unique experience of watching and working with several presidents, and these are not easy decisions.
Trump up next, also promising to have the right temperament, remaining unapologetic for his often criticized relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
If he says great things about me, I'm going to say great things about him.
Then not backing down from a statement he tweeted in 2013 that blamed sexual assaults in the military on men and women serving together.
It is a correct tweet. Right now, part of the problem is nobody gets prosecuted.
When asked about his comment that he knew more about ISIS than military generals.
Under the leadership of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, the generals have been reduced to rubble.
But not everyone will wait to see the two debate. Starting tomorrow in North Carolina, absentee ballots become available, and about a third of all voters end up voting early. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
And a U.S. representative is using a show and tell to show the House the concerns Floridians about the Zika virus. Florida Republican David Jolly brought a jar of mosquitoes to the House floor. Now, he says he brought the prop to convey the fear and anxiety that millions of Floridians feel about the virus. Congress currently debating Zika funding, but Jolly is urging lawmakers to act quickly.
This is the reason for the urgency. This is the reason for the fear. These mosquitoes can travel only about 150 feet, but through the assistance of a plane ticket and researchers at University of South Florida, they have made their way from Florida to the well of this House.
The Senate has already blocked funding for the virus. According to the CDC, the number of Zika cases in the U.S. is now in the thousands.
An update now on the investigation into a Manatee County daycare after an infant was reportedly bitten several times. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says one employee at Jay's Bright Learners Daycare in Bradenton could face charges of child neglect in the incident. The child's mother says daycare workers informed her that her son had been bitten once by another toddler. Then 3 days later, she received another call from them saying her son had been bitten many times and it was bad. The boy was treated at Manatee Memorial Hospital and released. The daycare has not commented on this incident. A former Manatee High School football coach is suing the school board for alleged libel and slander. Court records reveal Joe Canan and his wife are plaintiffs in a lawsuit filed Tuesday against the school board and former superintendent Rick Mills. The Manatee County School Board has since released a statement saying, quote, the school district is aware that an action was filed, but the school district has not yet been served. The legal pleadings will be analyzed for further action to be taken on behalf and in defense of the school district.
Raw sewage has forced a Bradenton family from their home, as the sewage not only contaminated that home, but also caused tens of thousands of dollars of damage to their belongings about a week ago. Now, raw sewage started shooting out of the bathtub and toilets, spilling into all the rooms of their home.
It's a nightmare, absolute nightmare. Everything you have for 17, 20 years since I was a kid, totally ruined, gone, lost. It's sad, absolutely pathetic.
It's completely frustrating. I've cried so much, I don't know if I can cry anymore. It hurts my heart, and it hurts my heart that my children have to go through this.
A representative for the city of Bradenton says this lift station on 9th Avenue West next to the family's home did not fail, so many city officials believe most likely floodwaters are to blame. And the damage caused by Hermine goes well beyond flooded streets and homes and downed trees, as the unlikely victims of the storm include hundreds of animals. Many of them are being cared for now at Wildlife Education and Rehabilitation Center in Bradenton Beach. Wildlife Inc. workers say that they've taken in about 125 animals since the storm, everything from baby squirrels and baby raccoons to a bald eagle.
As soon as the wind started picking up and the rain, our calls started coming in. I think we had 127 different things that came in during the storm. Over 50 baby squirrels. We had 11 baby raccoons, 10 baby possums. We do have an eagle that just came in yesterday that very likely was a victim of the storm and has a head injury.
Officials say they expect more animals to come in over the next few days. Anyone interested in helping the animals is asked to contact Wildlife Inc. And yeah, I mean, forget about it. We had so many people to worry about and so many people who were evacuated. Forget about all the little animals who
Thank God for them.
couldn't get out and head in the floods. Little guys.
They're doing all right now.
Kept up for a mile or so, but you know, the results are in for Sarasota County's annual Citizen Opinion Survey. It's one of the most detailed surveys looking at how people feel about local government and what they think are the biggest issues in our community.
USF professor Dr. Susan McManus presented the results of this survey, which included a random sample of 800 Sarasota County residents. For 2016, traffic is considered the biggest threat to the county's economy and what needs to be most important to the county's budget. The most important issue facing the county, population growth, and the community's overall top service priorities are good-paying jobs, public safety, and growth management.
There's a lot of population growth in this area, and there have been a lot of economic changes, and when you have those kinds of changes, you really want to take a look and see if opinions have shifted.
The County Commission will now use these trends and opinions in their decision-making process, and according to the survey, that's a good thing, seeing that the citizens' trust in county leaders received the highest ratings in the survey's 25-year history. To see the full survey results, visit mysuncoast.com. Homeowners and condo owners in Venice will get a chance to ask city officials their questions at a public meeting held by the city later this month. Representatives from police and fire rescue, public works, engineering, and stormwater, among other groups, will be there in attendance, and homeowners can bring up any concerns they have about their neighborhoods, as well as questions about what will be on the ballot in November. The meeting will take place at Venice City Hall on Wednesday, September 21st at 9 a.m. A nearly $500,000 project to beautify downtown Sarasota is seeing a setback. Earlier this summer, the Downtown Improvement District added around 130 flower baskets to light poles along Palm Avenue, Lemon Avenue, First, and State Streets. The group says someone has been ripping flowers out of some of these baskets, causing around $500 in damage.
Vandalism has primarily consisted of the public removing flowers from these baskets. For what purpose, only they know.
The entire project cost $431,000, which includes maintaining them over the next 4 years.
The growing number of vacation rentals on Bradenton Beach has some residents asking for tighter regulations. On some streets, the vacation rentals outnumber the permanent residences, adding to noise and traffic. And with that in mind, the city put into place a quality of life ordinance in 2015 to regulate the number of people in each vacation rental. But Bradenton Beach's police chief says it's hard to enforce. He is proposing putting signs inside each rental property that would show the occupancy limit, as well as the contact information for the property owner.
I think we need to get a handle on this, knowing that it is going to get worse.
It's still nice. It still has its quaintness, but if we let it continue, then we're going to lose our small town.
Planning and zoning will submit ideas to the City Commission for consideration.
All Faiths Food Bank can now expand its program with some help from Publix. The supermarket's charity is donating $200,000 to help fund the distribution center and campus next year. It will specifically fund a new cooler and freezer. The donation is part of a $5 million gift to the Feeding America network, which caters to 28 food banks across the country.
We spoke to the president of Elite Airways about why the airline is adding New England routes to their Suncoast. Elite Airways will begin twice-weekly service at SRQ to and from Portland, Maine. And that'll happen this fall. The new flights will begin on November 17th.
Travel trends, we said there's not only vacationers here, but there's a huge home base between the two locations.
Elite Airways is a pet-friendly airline, and they don't charge any fees when rescheduling your flight. I'm tempted to just schedule a flight so I could reschedule it and not have to pay for it.
I want to go to Connecticut. I wish they went to Connecticut. They're in New England, but in Maine. So.
They provide parachutes as well. You can just parachute off.
Parachute down into Connecticut?
Sure.
Okay,
that's going to be a busy airline, I think.
Yeah. We have a lot of New Englanders in the next coming months,
people going up, too.
And up,
go skiing, during the winter.
True.
Mad River going up.
Good stuff. We have some showers coming our way. We have a few around yesterday, a little bit more. Things kind of worked out in that regard. Today, I think will probably pretty much be a repeat of yesterday. I think it was a nice day yesterday.
It was nice.
I'll have that forecast for you in a second.
Thanks, John. And if you don't have plans this weekend, how about a trip to India? Linda Carson will show us how you can visit the Middle East, yet never leave the Suncoast. That's coming up. Stay with us.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Ford Florida Home.
By Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Bring your measurements this Saturday from 9 to 4 to get huge discounts. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Temperatures on the Suncoast are rising and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $17,999. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Get ready, college football fans. When you buy a $5 or more Fantasy 5 ticket and enter your team's drawing, you could win great prizes like team merchandise, tickets to your team's games, and other bowl game experiences. You could even win a championship weekend prize pack in Tampa or $10,000 cash. Fantasy 5 from the Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
On Saturday, September 10th, thousands will walk together at Nathan Benderson Park for the 2016 Suncoast Heart Walk. I'm Scott Dennis, ABC 7. Join us for an inspiring, fun-filled day as we raise funds, celebrate survivors, and honor loved ones lost. The Suncoast Heart Walk is the American Heart Association's premier event to fight cardiovascular diseases. The 2016 Suncoast Heart Walk, September 10th, and For more information, visit suncoastheartwalk.org and take the first steps towards living a heart-healthy life.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
I mean, you gotta love this. Very cool, relatively speaking, crisp, relatively speaking. Air for this time of year is over us currently, and we have a 76-degree air temperature with a dew point of 69. That dew point value making it feel fairly comfortable out there. Still high enough to support a few scattered showers this afternoon, and that's exactly what we're gonna get. We'll look for a northeast wind to continue as it has all week long. We'll look for that to continue again today, either northeast or east. We'll have a 73-degree temperature in Wauchula currently. Arcadia coming in at 74, Mayaca 74, Parrish 74, Bradenton a little warmer at 75. So's Lakewood Ranch, as I said, 76 degrees in Sarasota. Warmer in Venice at 77, Inglewood at 76, and 75 degrees in Northport. We had some pretty good storm coverage yesterday as we talked about the line between the dry air located to the north of us and the moist air located to the south of us has risen just a little bit, such that we got a few more showers in Bradenton yesterday than we did the day before. And I think today that the line is pretty much going to stay where it is. We'll see anywhere from about Tampa Bay southward a reasonable chance at seeing some showers. Not as much as we would normally see at this time of year, but about a 30% chance of seeing some scattered showers come in from the other coast. And then north of that, it's going to be dry. The more south you go, the more likely you are to encounter some stronger storms. Currently, everything's quiet. Morning commute should be A-OK and just fine. Taking a look across the Atlantic Basin, we have a lot of dry air located here in the central part of the Atlantic Basin. Old leftover boundary extending all the way down into a tropical wave south of Cuba. No organization here. All of the storms are very disorganized and they're not talking to each other, and it doesn't look like they will. It's heading right toward the Yucatan, where it's going to basically just fall apart. Our area has some dry air just to the north of us, and that is leading to some fairly clear skies this morning. South of our area, we've got a few scattered clouds around, and of course those clouds down in the Caribbean. As far as the tropics go, there's really nothing here that looks like it's going to pose any threat to us. We'll continue to monitor this cluster of clouds, although development will be slow. The Hurricane Center does think that eventually something may develop here, and if it does, it'll probably recurve back out into the open waters of the Atlantic. We'll watch it. Plenty of time to do that. It is far away from us, but nevertheless, it is an indication that the dry air surrounding the state of Florida right now and the lack of any kind of organized tropical waves means at least 4 or 5 days of tropical quiet for the state of Florida, which is nice considering Saturday is the height, statistically speaking, of hurricane season. High pressure remains our dominant weather feature. Flooding possible in parts of the Central Plains as what's left over of Newton spreads its moisture across the center part of the country. But for us, high pressure remains the dominant feature. Easterly wind flow, and that tends to mean a few scattered showers around in the afternoon. Sun to start the day off, then clouds build, afternoon showers. And we'll look again as the weekend approaches for increasing moisture to provide us with a little bit better shower coverage, kind of more in line with what we might typically see at this time of year, which would be about a 50% coverage or so. East wind coming in at about 10 knots or so. It should be a pretty nice day out there on the open waters. Just watch for those scattered showers coming in a little bit later in the day. Showers and storms as we head into the weekend at about a 50% coverage, and daytime highs running a few degrees above average in the low 90s. Back to you guys.
Thanks, John. Taking a look at the roadways this morning at 519 out of Manatee County. I'm not seeing any issues in Palmetto or Ellington. Looks like the bridges are clear there. So is the interstate. A little bit of volume picking up as you head east on State Road 70, just east of 301 this morning, but no accidents. As far as 41 301 into Sarasota, looks pretty clear at this point. Arteries out to 75 are clear. I'm going to say not seeing any delays in South County, especially on the interstate and on 41. So everything is moving along well. Well, we're proud of our culture, our climate, and our natural beauty here on the Suncoast.
ABC 7's Linda Carson shows us something else we can take great pride in today's In the Spotlight.
This year, the theme is the history of India. There'll be live entertainment, including wonderful traditional dances.
We are going to start with ancient Vedic dance that you will see, here. We are all going to perform today. And then Gujarati dance, and Bhangra, which is going to be Punjabi dance, and Dravidian dance, which is like 300 years old.
The large Indian community here on the Suncoast wants to make India Fest a day of fun, but there's also a deeper purpose.
The real purpose of India Fest is to bring our true and authentic Indian culture in a presentable form to our American fellow residents here. And we want to do that to bridge the cultural gap that we have.
They want to foster understanding between the community at large and the community of those with an Indian heritage. There will be lots of educational displays, and vendors will showcase authentic items from India, like jewelry.
We have a huge collection, from necklaces to bangles to earrings to funky jewelry to timeless classics and heirloom pieces.
And there'll be vendors offering food from all parts of India.
India is a diverse country and has a lot of different foods. Every state, east, west, north, south. You will see the food from every different state, every different origin, and I will be presenting North Indian food.
The Suncoast Indian community is going all out to make you have a great time at India Fest and to have you take home a new appreciation and understanding of their heritage.
I hope when people leave our event, they will take away a feeling that what India really is and how diverse our culture and heritage is. And at the same time, they will take away a message how India is unified, even being such a diverse nation.
These are some of the ladies from more than 200 Indian families that make Sarasota and Manatee counties their home. And all these families are going to be involved in the India Festival at the Bradenton Area Convention Center Saturday from noon until 8. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Wow, I wanted to see Linda.
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
Beautiful outfits. That's going to be a fun event.
It will be fun.
Eat a lot, too. Well, still ahead of Good Morning Suncoast.
Apple has unveiled its new product line for the fall season. We'll show you the company's latest gadgets and what changes you can expect coming up.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
It is 5:25. Apple held another one of its big announcement events. So what's on the horizon and how is the user's experience about to change?
ABC's Diane Macedo and Nick Watt have the details.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple says, hit the road, Jack. The company confirms that the iPhone 7 will not have a headphone jack.
The new iPhones will have a second camera, more memory, and will come in 2 shades of black. The iPhone 7 and the Apple Watch 2 will also be water resistant. Apple will start taking orders tomorrow. And you might be wondering how you're going to listen to music on your iPhone 7. Well, it will come with earphones that plug into the Lightning port and an adapter for older earphones.
Or you can order Apple's new AirPod wireless earphones, which go on sale next month for $159. Apple CEO Tim Cook's big announcement surprises were spoiled first when Amazon put up a page with accessories for the iPhone 7.
And then it happened again when Apple's own Twitter account revealed the phone itself. Whoops.
Oops, indeed. Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Aleve.
I love that my shop is part of the morning ritual around here. People rely on that first cup, and I wouldn't want to mess with that. But when back pain got bad, I couldn't sleep. I had trouble getting there on time. Then I found Aleve PM.
Aleve PM is the only one to combine a safe sleep aid plus the 12-hour strength of Aleve for pain relief that can last into the morning.
Hey guys, now I'm back.
Aleve PM for a better AM.
From the moment a puppy comes into the world, the soul of a wolf is also born. And even as adults, they share an evolutionary connection. That's why there's meat-rich, grain-free Blue Wilderness, because inside your dog lives the soul of a wolf.
My sweetheart's gone, sayonara. This scarf, all that's left to remember.
What? She washed this like a month ago.
The long-lasting scent of game flames.
On air, online, and on your mobile device, this hurricane season turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
The Operation KidSafe Florida Regional Child Safety Days are coming to the area. Parents get a lifetime digital safety record of their child, tips to start a family safety action plan, and a document that's ready to handle law enforcement in an emergency to help start an Amber Alert. Totally private for your family, and thanks to Gettle Hyundai of Lakewood, it's also totally free. September 9th and 10th at Gettle Hyundai of Lakewood, 5921 Florida 64 in Bradenton. Only available at the Lakewood location. More info at Gettle Hyundai of Lakewood Facebook page.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on a pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money.
more years, more miles. And when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And hello, John Scalzi. I'm Don Brennan. Thanks for joining us this morning. Both of you have a little sneezing issues.
You know, they say flu season is on the way, and I'm hoping this is just allergies, but...
I don't know what it is. Dust, allergies,
like
something. I don't know. I don't know.
Just itchy nose.
It's
itchy nose.
aggravating.
Don't
feel bad.
No, I feel fine.
Yeah. Did you get your flu shots yet? People were getting their flu shots yesterday.
I have not, but they say you got to get it before October.
Yeah, you want to get it before it gets you.
Yes.
All right. I'll sign up then. You guys say so. Showers and thunderstorms in the forecast this afternoon, but less than average coverage. We'll look for about a 30% chance. You can see the general easterly wind flow still with us this morning. Scattered showers are already over on the other coast. We'll look for a daytime high that tops out in the low 90s. Complete forecast details coming up in a few, guys.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways. Everything, for the most part, is looking good. A little bit of a hot spot there. And traveling north on 41 as you approach Cortez Road, and heading east on Cortez Road at the 41 intersection as well. No accident or delay there. I mean, no accident there, but it does seem to be a little bit of a delay at this point in the morning. That's Cortez Road and 41. And everything else is looking good in Manatee County, and Sarasota County is holding steady. Everything is looking good at this point in the morning all the way through South County.
Well, topping our news this half hour, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton coming face-to-face with our nation's veterans as they took the stage for the Commander-in-Chief Forum.
Candidates were peppered with questions about lingering controversies, foreign policy plans, and our military. Clinton up first. She laid out her plans about defeating ISIS by using more forces and air support, but said she'll not put ground troops in Iraq or Syria ever again. Meanwhile, Donald Trump promised to have the right temperament in office. He did not back down from his statement blaming sexual assault in the military on men and women serving together. He says part of the problem is, quote, no one gets prosecuted.
Well, Sunday will mark the 15th anniversary of the September 11th terrorist attacks. And as preparations for the anniversary get underway across the country, the White House is announcing that President Obama will speak at the Pentagon on Sunday. Defense Secretary Ash Carter and General Joseph Dunford will also attend the ceremony. Nearly 3,000 people were killed in New York City, Pennsylvania, and at the Pentagon during those attacks. 184 people died at the Pentagon when an American Airlines jetliner slammed into the building. Meanwhile, in New York, the skyline was lit up a little more than usual last night as crews tested the towers of light ahead of this weekend. The beams of light mark the areas where the Twin Towers once stood. The tribute in light is a visual memorial to those who were lost on September 11th. The lights are turned on every year at sunset on that date and go off at dawn on September the 12th to mark the anniversary. At full power, the lights can be seen for several miles depending on the weather. Here on the Suncoast, a blood drive will be held today to honor the anniversary of 9/11. The Manatee Technical College will host the Never Forget 9/11-2001 blood drive today and tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 2:30 in the afternoon. All donors will receive a free t-shirt and wellness checkup. The community is being encouraged to attend this drive. It will be held on the college's main campus on State Road 70 in Bradenton.
The Department of Justice is reversing its appeal over a lawsuit involving the release of 911 calls in the Pulse nightclub shooting. Federal prosecutors are now moving to dismiss their appeal after the federal court sent the case back to state court. 24 media groups have sued the City of Orlando and the Justice Department to release the calls under the Freedom of Information Act. The department's now dropping its case, saying the calls are no longer part of the FBI investigation, so they no longer need to be withheld. And in the 10 years since Willie Askew of Chicago put up a security camera, he never saw crime to worry about until the other day, when two cyclists attacked his neighbor trying to rob him while he was watering his lawn. They attacked him, robbed him, then shot him and left him for dead. The 71-year-old man is in stable condition after Good Samaritans helped him to the hospital. He suffered a gunshot wound to the stomach, and this all happened right there in broad daylight.
Adding to the financial troubles ITT Tech is already facing, 2 employees that have been laid off are now suing the institute, claiming it violated federal laws by not providing 60 days notice. The lawsuit filed by a business analyst and an instructor at ITT are now seeking a class action status on behalf of 8,000 employees who are losing their jobs. It comes after the college system announced it would be shutting down all of its campuses in the U.S. The institute says it can't survive now that the U.S. Department of Education has issued sanctions, keeping the school from enrolling students who need federal aid. A man accused of robbing a bank in Kansas has an interesting excuse as to why he did it. 70-year-old Lawrence Ripple gave a note demanding money and claiming he had a gun to a bank teller's head in Kansas City. She gave him $2,000, but instead of leaving the bank, Ripple sat down with the guard in the lobby. When police arrived, Ripple told officers he had a fight with his wife and told her he would rather be in jail than at home. He was arrested but has since been released to return to his wife. He apologized to her and said he was truly sorry for all the trouble he had caused. Now a warning that may make you think twice about where you donate money. People in Shafter, California have been putting money in tip jars to help raise money for a girl's funeral. The problem is the girl is not dead. Lupita Gonzalez was at a store when she saw a tip jar with her picture on it. The description on the jar asked for help to pay for her funeral for that of a girl with a different name. The jars were placed in at least 3 stores. The picture was taken from Gonzalez's Facebook page. Police are now looking for whoever is behind the scam. I mean, that's pretty incredible. You've heard in the past where people can take your Facebook picture and then create a whole new profile with it, but people are getting smarter. Why not make money off it? And that's very sad. So be careful.
Back here on the Suncoast, tens of thousands of people watched an event last night in Palmetto.
ABC 7's Ray Collins has details of how a local company used the internet to broadcast live to the world.
It's an event that fills stadiums around the world. Last year, some 4 million people attended Monster Jam events. And on this night in Palmetto, on the grounds of Feld Entertainment, a global event was just minutes away.
So this is the very first time we have ever done this, so we want to get even more fans.
Though this crowd is relatively small, a few hundred people, the real story is on the other side of these cameras, that soundboard, and that computer. What they're about to do is use Facebook Live to announce the season schedule.
I never thought of Facebook in this light, but really, girl, this is pretty cool.
Tens of thousands of Monster Jam fans will watch this high-tech event around the world. Among those watching, the family of popular driver Cynthia Gauthier.
And I'm from Canada, so my family are already on internet and they're looking at it.
Monster Mud Dalmatian and Cynthia Gauthier.
Cynthia was among the drivers that Feld brought in for the event, as was Chad Fortune, who recently moved from Chicago to Northport.
It's interesting how the world is. You know, you can see in an instant. You pick up your computer, your cell phone, and you're watching us live.
Amazing technology.
It sure is. Not like we were kids, right?
Now, the technology has changed, and so too has the events. In Palmetto, Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And Hurricane Hermine turned out to be a very lucky storm for one Northport man. According to the Florida Lottery, 56-year-old Holly Lyle bought a ticket worth $1 million during the storm. Now, he bought the $10 million fortune scratch-off game at the Petro Shop on Clark Road in Sarasota last Friday during the storm. Lyle decided to take the one-time lump sum payment of $792,000, which is a nice little lump. Lyle says he plans to keep working, but will take a couple of months off this spring so he and his wife can hike the Appalachian Trail. Wow, that's very good. And here's what some of you had to say about the big win. Michael says, good for him. Salute. And Susan writes, congratulations. Now change your phone number, move and learn the word no real fast. Watch all the crazies come out of the woodwork, including friends and family. Now, the Aurelia posted, he and his wife are great people. Couldn't have happened to better people. Congrats to you guys.
Aw, see, more people weren't going out to get tickets because of the hurricane.
Yeah,
see, that's when
that's
we need to go.
Maybe
I wonder
so.
if the odds are ever in your favor.
They would probably be the same.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they changed, but it's but if you buy a ticket,
sharing the price with other people would probably go down. Right?
Yeah.
So, you know.
I like to think the odds are better.
The odds are better because you bought the ticket. Otherwise, you wouldn't have bought the ticket. So your odds increase exponentially.
See, now I'm getting confused, guys. It's too early for this.
I give you odds of about 30% for showers this afternoon. How's that?
I'll
Any
take
money
it,
in it?
I guess. 30%
no money.
is better than
Don't look on this side of the
100.
desk. We'll see showers and thunderstorms coming again this afternoon. We'll talk about the forecast coming up in a few.
And is flossing your teeth as beneficial as it was once believed? We'll tell you coming up in Health Smart.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Ford Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Bring your measurements this Saturday from 9 to 4 to get huge discounts. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. You may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperature coming in at 76 degrees, but it's the dew point value that makes it feel kind of nice out there. Cool-ish and crisp-ish, I guess you could say, with a dew point in the 60s now. 69 degrees. Love that at this time of year. I think by the end of the weekend, we'll probably see those dew point values back into the mid-70s, making it feel, really humid and sticky. Just before the rains came yesterday, we saw the dew point surge, and I think this afternoon we'll see those dew points surge once again up into the mid-70s. With that easterly wind flow, with moisture rising from the south, all of those things combining together to produce that little bit better chance of an afternoon storm. Northeast wind coming in at about 6 across the region. Temperatures generally hugging the mid-70s, except right along the immediate coast, where we've got some upper 70s. 77 degrees in Inglewood, Venice at 77, 78 Longboat Key, 76 Sarasota, 75 Lakewood Ranch, 74 in Parrish and Bradenton and Myakka and Wauchula, 75 degrees in Arcadia. Yesterday, the storms arrived on our doorstep just on time, coming in the mid-afternoon to later afternoon periods. The showers extended a little further north than they did the day before, and I think this afternoon they'll probably pretty much be in the same location. Might see a few less storms this afternoon, but I think the coverage, or the northward extent, I should say, should be a very similar, I think. Right now, everything is very quiet. The morning commute should be A-OK in terms of any kind of rainfall around. Don't expect to see much there. The drier air at mid and upper levels indicated here on water vapor imagery is kind of sunk a little bit of a surge down to the south just a tad. And that will start to erode away again this afternoon as moisture from the south begins to lift north. So this little division between the moist air and the dry air will kind of wag its tail. It's called a shear zone, and it'll probably start to lift a little bit further to the north. High pressure, the dominant weather feature for us, having built in just a little bit during the overnight, causing that dry air to sink a little bit further to the south. We'll watch today what's left over of Newton, the moisture down to the south, kind of spread across the central plains, producing a risk of shower and thunderstorm activity from, really Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, all the way through the Ohio Valley and up into upstate New York. Possibility of wind damage anywhere in that zone, and the possibility of tornadoes in the heartland. High pressure, again, the dominant weather feature for us today, brings us that easterly wind. And that easterly wind will be responsible for showers in the afternoon, few showers around. Generally, there'll be west movers, although there may be some little bit of a motion to the north. We'll have increasing winds increasing rain showers this weekend as that moisture continues to increase and the atmosphere becomes increasingly unstable. Future rainfall forecast shows those showers building along the coast, coming in from the east and then drifting out into Gulf waters as they dissipate, leaving a fairly quiet, tame, calm overnight period. The forecast for boaters, northeast wind at about 10 knots. We'll look for a light chop on bay and inland waters, and the forecast for the weekend shows that increasing moisture leading to slightly higher rain chances. About what we'd expect, actually, at this time of year. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Thanks. We're taking a look at traffic now. As far as Palmetto bridges, those are clear. We're seeing some slowdowns on 41 right now, northbound as you approach Cortez Road. Not sure what is causing that, but be aware of it. 301 is nice and clear, though, all green up and down into Sarasota. The interstate's still clear at this point in the morning. I'm not seeing any issues on 41 there either. Arteries up to 75 are clear as well. No accidents so far on our roadways. South Sarasota County is looking good. And still be aware that out east, State Road 72, it is still closed down there due to those two holes that are being repaired and should be complete in the next few days. In health news this morning, a preliminary investigation is underway into the recent price hike of EpiPens.
The Senate Homeland's Investigations Subcommittee is now looking into Mylan Pharmaceuticals' pricing and competition practices. The price of EpiPens has gone up $500 in the past 7 years. A 2-pack now costs $600. The drug maker has announced it will launch a generic version that will cost $300 in the next several weeks.
Well, we've always been told if you want a healthy mouth, then you better floss. But now that longtime dental recommendation is under scrutiny, and I'm not okay with that. I floss religiously.
I know, so do I. My son actually, he just got braces, and the orthodontist yesterday told me he has to floss more. So some dentists.
Definitely a difference when you don't, trust me.
ABC 7's Alex Redmond has more on whether flossing is really that important.
There's nothing that could get into this tight contact other than a piece of dental floss.
Dentists and the federal government have long touted benefits of daily flossing for cavity prevention.
And flossing is just so important to do on a regular basis.
And to protect gums from disease.
Well, I've had 2 bouts of gum surgery. I was not very good about flossing up until that point in time.
Elaine Zello says now she flosses every day.
My gums have been very healthy since that point.
The latest government dietary guidelines for Americans removed flossing without notice.
I thought that was kind of silly.
And acknowledged the effectiveness of flossing has never been researched as required. Which begs the question, to floss or not to floss?
Floss removes plaque. It removes debris from in between the teeth. And we all have taken a piece of floss and gotten in there and removed what our toothbrush hasn't.
Something many of us can relate to.
When popcorn gets in between the teeth, the shell of the popcorn, you can't get that out. It gets down below the gum line.
And the symptoms.
They have swelling, a lot of pain, debris, bleeding. These are all reasons, justified reasons for getting in there regularly.
Dr. Janet Alberti-Bailey explains the American Academy of Periodontology reports it would take 15 to 20 years to conduct a proper study of the benefits of flossing for patients susceptible to gum disease.
Clinically, I see signs of health when people floss regularly. If you take two surfaces that are very tight together, there are no tooth bristles. There's nothing that could actually take the surfaces and remove the bacteria other than floss.
Daily bacteria removal, says Dr. Alberti, helps with tooth and gum tissue health, preventing periodontal disease and problems leading to tooth decay.
And we also know it's the gateway to the body, so heart disease, other health issues.
Dr. Bailey's advice, only floss the teeth you'd like to keep. Reporting in Sarasota, Alex Redmond, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Oh, only floss the teeth you'd like to keep. I think I want to keep them all.
And more than anything, you get some stank breath, that
Yeah.
death breath if you don't floss, I think,
Yes,
right?
I agree. I mean, I've never gotten to that level, but yeah.
Have I?
Maybe. I mean, how do you know?
Oh.
Anyway, as flu season approaches, there are less options for vaccines this year.
The CDC says the popular nasal spray vaccine called Flu Mist is subpar and should not be used. It's leaving parents and pediatricians only one other option, the flu shot. The American Academy of Pediatrics suggests everyone 6 months or older should be vaccinated by October for this year's flu season.
There you go. Stick to what works. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
40 Carats Family Center presents a free speaker event, The Gift of Failure, How the Best Parents Learn to Let Go So Their Children Can Succeed by Jessica Leahy at Hyatt Regency Sarasota on Monday, September 12th. RSVP required at 40carats.org.
Get ready, college football fans. When you buy a $5 or more Fantasy 5 ticket and enter your team's drawing, you could win great prizes like team merchandise, tickets to your team's games, and other bowl game experiences. You could even win a championship weekend prize pack in Tampa or $10,000 cash. Fantasy 5 from the Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% finance.